A single spark in a field of dry grass. A message flashes across your screen. Danger is coming. Before you can even ask where or why, your heart quickens. You hit share before you've even finished the sentence. Fear doesn't walk, it leaps. It is a wildfire that feeds on the very oxygen of our attention. Moments later, a second message appears. It is a correction. A calm, detailed explanation of why the first message was wrong. It is grounded in data, peer-reviewed and careful. But while the spark of fear has already traveled across the globe, the truth is still putting on its shoes. To our brains, facts are heavy and slow, while rumors are light as air. This isn't a modern flaw, it is an ancient survival code. Thousands of years ago, Thorn lived in a world of shadows and teeth. If he heard a rustle in the tall grass, he had two choices: assume it was the wind and stay calm, or assume it was a predator and run. In the theater of evolution, the nervous survive. Thorn's brain didn't care about being right. It cared about him being alive. If he ran from the wind, he lost nothing but a little breath. But if he ignored a tiger, he lost everything. Evolution selected for the brain that prioritizes a false alarm over a missed threat. Our ancestors weren't the smartest, they were the most alert. Today, we still carry Thorn's hardware. When we encounter a shocking headline, the amygdala, the brain's alarm system, hijacks the steering wheel. It sends a surge of adrenaline through our veins, bypassing the prefrontal cortex where logic and reasoning live. Before we can think, we have already felt. Shocking headlines outperform facts because they are designed to fit the shape of our fear. A story about a looming threat feels like a predator in the grass. A story about a complex economic policy feels like grass. We are biologically tuned to the frequency of "watch out," while the frequency of "actually, it's complicated" remains a whisper. In the modern world, this survival instinct has been weaponized. Algorithms are the new predators, but instead of eating our bodies, they feed on our engagement. They have learned that nothing keeps us scrolling quite like outrage or anxiety. They prioritize the wildfire because they know we cannot look away from the flames. Every share, every like on a fearful post provides a tiny hit of dopamine. We feel a false sense of utility, as if by spreading the alarm, we are protecting our tribe, just as Thorn once did. We become unwitting couriers for the very chaos we fear, trapped in a feedback loop where emotion is the currency and truth is the casualty. But the story doesn't have to end with the fire. Truth requires something that fear cannot tolerate: a pause. It requires us to engage the part of our brain that is uniquely human, the part that can ask, "Is this real?" and "Who benefits from me being afraid?" Truth is a slow build, a garden that must be tended with patience and skepticism. We cannot erase Thorn's instincts, but we can learn to recognize them. We can acknowledge the cold shiver of a headline without letting it dictate our actions. Truth may be slower, but it is the only thing that builds a foundation. Fear hijacks our past, truth secures our future. Choose the slow path.